Get teached over here. Get teached over there. Teach is. Get teached as.
So I'm Belinda Fairbrother. I'm the Manager of Community Conservation here at Taronga Zoo, and I work in all things behaviour change, so trying to encourage people to actually take action for our wildlife and see what they can do to protect them.
Belinda, do we really need to protect all these fish if there's just billions and billions of them in the sea?
I know, it's really crazy, right? It might seem like there's so many fish out there in the ocean, that old saying, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but the reality is it's actually a bit more gloomy than that. So about 90% of our fish stocks are actually overfished or like nearing overfishing, which is a bit of a challenge. And I think when you look at the amount of seafood we're actually consuming now, so Australians are consuming twice as much seafood as they were in the 70s per capita, which means that everyone loves seafood. We eat it for Christmas, we eat it for Easter, we just love it. So we've got to work out a way to actually use that consumption and make sure that we can eat seafood whenever we want it, but do it sustainably.
Okay, so we're running out of fish. Fecht. Why don't we spend our time educating everyone how delicious the other things in the sea are?
I suppose we could all go about eating turtles, but I necessarily would not recommend that. But I do think bycatch is a bit of an issue. So when we do actually use some of those big nets to catch seafood, that's when bycatch gets caught. So your turtles and your whales and stuff like that. And it's a bit of a challenge. So it's about not necessarily educating people about how tasty they are, but working out how we can fish, but leave those species behind.
Okay then, how would a seagull like me be a part of the solution then?
Well, luckily you eat fish, I eat fish, we can all do something. So we work a lot with the Marine Stewardship Council, which is known as the MSC, and they basically have an eco-label which does all the work for you. So you don't need to worry about anything except when you're looking for seafood, just choosing the seafood that has a blue tick on it. It's a little blue tick.
Well, if I could just interrupt you there, Belinda, maybe we could just cut to a vision of me holding that tick or showing all the viewers at home what to look for. That's the one. Okay, no, continue.
And when you look for that tick, it basically means that they're looking after the fishing practices of the seafood that you're eating. So things like maintaining fish stocks, making sure when the seafood is actually caught that they're using the appropriate gear and netting and that type of thing, that they reduce bycatch, and they make sure generally that the fishing practices of the actual fishery are done properly, which is a great thing.
Get teached over here. Get teached over there. Click on the link. Click here to share. Teach